right, so here we are continuing our lesson. This is our swatch that we've been working on, where we learned how to knit, we learned how to purl, we learned how to increase left and slip, we learned how to increase. We also learned how to slip knit, and we have learned how to make one right, make one left, and do a front back increase. So we're going to continue on, and today we're going to learn how to yarn over. Yarn overs are typically used in lace patterns when you see them on sometimes baby blankets, sometimes sweaters. They create a lace effect. So usually when you have a yarn over, you also have a decrease somewhere so that your pattern and your whatever you're working on lays flat. So typically you'll have some yarn overs and some decreases in the same rows. So let me just get this row started normally. I'm just going to do a few stitches in. All right, and to yarn over, all you're going to do is wrap it around like this. Let me get this out of the way here. Okay, some of this distraction, too many threads going on. So you're here, and you're going to wrap it around, just like that. You're going to hold it there and go in and do a regular knit. So basically you've just increased a stitch, but it's going to kind of make a little hole there. So if we were going to do a design, let's just do knit 2. We're going to yarn over again, which would be, you're going to wrap it around. Let me see if I can get that where you can see it. And when you wrap it around, so let's do it again, wrap it around, go in and do a knit. So that holds it on there. Now because we've done those, what we could do right now is go ahead and do a decrease as well. So we're just going to knit 2 together. We're going to yarn over, and we're going to knit 2 together. Yarn over, and we're going to knit 2 together. Now if we were to continue, you can see where the holes are developing here. And let's just yarn over and knit 2 together again. Now we have 3 holes. And if we did this to the end of the row, we would yarn over, knit 2 together. So we're basically adding an extra loop or stitch to the needle for when we come back around and we knit that. So yarn over, knit 2 together. And you can tell that when you come back through, you're going to have, it looks kind of silly right now, but when you come back through and you work another row over this, you're going to end up with what we would consider kind of a lace work. And depending on the number or amount that are there, it would depend on what the design would turn out looking like. So let me just knit to the end of this row. Now because we're continuing going back and forth, it would be appropriate to purl on the next row. So let me just purl through that for you so that we can turn around and see what this is going to look like. I'm having a little problem with my thread here. My yarn skein is kind of stuck. Here we go. Now you can see when we go across these yarn overs, let me show what the next one looks like. It looks like a big loopy hole. It's easy to drop that stitch. If you dropped it, you could pick it right back up, but just try to stay focused so that doesn't happen. We're almost through this row. And this can make some very interesting, delicate designs, just depending on how it's put together. Alright, we're through the end. Now as you can see, what we've created here. And depending on how that's put together, you can do all kinds of different knitwork designs.